It's time to get real selfish with your time and energy. It's 2025. There's no more time for fucking around. You know, you told yourself that you wanted to quit drinking. You told yourself you wanted to quit smoking. You told yourself you wanted to quit vaping. So why the second one of your friends hits you up and says, "Oh, you want to go to the bar tonight?" You say, "Hell yeah, when are we going?" Why is it that, you know, the second you get the slightest urge, you go in the closet and pull out your piece and you light up? Why is it the second you get the littlest urge, you stop at the vape shop and pick up a vape, or you stop at the gas station, pick up some dip, pick up some chew, pick up some Zins, whatever it may be, whatever your vice is? Why is that? Why can't you just be honest with yourself? And why can't you hold yourself accountable? You need to be selfish with your time. You need to be selfish with your energy. Only allow yourself to use your time for positive things. Only allow yourself to engage in things that are going to fill you up with positive energy. Don't allow negative experiences and negative activities to taint you and to drag you down to a place that you once were but no longer want to be and no longer are. You know, once you've made the decision to quit something, to cut something out, to stop, and you then revert back, all you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot, and all you're doing is slowing down the inevitable. You know, the brutal truth is, nowadays, most people out here are professional time wasters who walk around with very negative energy. So many people are pessimistic, negative, think the world's out to get them. They have a victim mindset, a victim mentality. They think that, you know, no matter what, they can never get ahead in life. They can never catch a break. They can never this or that. Nothing will ever go their way. That's a load of bullshit. Most people nowadays can't take accountability. Even if others fuck you over, even if others did you wrong, you know, someone stole from you or somebody, whatever, your ex cheated on you, a family member talked behind your back, man, it doesn't fucking matter. You can't control other people. All you can do is control yourself. So you need to control your reaction. You need to pull your damn pants up. You need to act like a big boy or big girl and just get on with it. If there's people in your life who are constantly doing bad, constantly dragging you down, constantly peer pressuring you into doing these things that you want to get away from because you know deep down that they're bad for you and that you're wasting a lot of time on certain things, get rid of them. Get rid of them. That's the only thing you can do. All you can do is control your actions. So if you've asked a million times, like, hey, you know, don't hit me up to go to the bars, don't hit me up to come over and smoke, don't this, that, don't this, don't that, and they still keep doing it, and it's maybe even getting a little worse, and now they're trying to be, oh, you think you're better than me, huh? You think you're better than us? Oh, you can't come out for drinks with the boys anymore. You can't come and hang out at my house and fucking piss off and do jack shit all night on the weekends. Think you're better than us, huh? No. You're not better than anybody by trying to improve your life. You're just trying to be better than you were the day before. That's what the goal should be. That's what you should be going after, is being better than the person that you were yesterday. If you can be better than the person that you were yesterday every single day of your life, sooner than later, you're going to be in a completely different spot than you ever imagined you could have been in. And you start to look back, you know, you start to look back on your life and you're like, man, it was only 4 months ago, 6 months ago, 2 months ago, a month ago that this was going on, that I still had this going on in life, and I still wasn't able to get rid of this or that or whatever. Like, I was thinking about it today because as I'm recording this, it's New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2024. What a beautiful day. Thank the Lord. I was thinking back to a year ago today because my girlfriend sent me some Snapchat memories. A year ago today, I was still cleaning houses full time with literally no end in sight. And I was miserable, man. On the inside, I was miserable. I was able to, you know, portray on the outside that everything was hunky-dory, happy doodah, yay, woohoo, life is great. But, I mean, come on now. If you were cleaning houses full time and your passion in life is health and fitness, tell me that you were truly happy on the inside, truly fulfilled on the inside. And, you know, now it's just over half a year later and I'm legitimately happier and more fulfilled. I think more fulfilled is the better way to look at it, because, I mean, there have been times in my life where I've been extraordinarily happy and just, you know, life was easy, life was comfortable. I was doing whatever I wanted whenever I wanted, like back in college and shit. Somehow, some way, I made ends meet, and I just fucking sat there and played video games all day long, eating jack shit, fucking getting high, getting drunk 3-4 days a week. It was bad. And, you know, in the moment, I thought I was happy, or, you know, other people looking in from the outside is like, oh, this dude's living it up, living the dream. But deep down, and I eventually realized it, which is why I was able to eventually, start making changes and come out of that phase of life. But I started realizing, like, man, what am I really doing? Like, I'm not other than advancing through my degree, my program in college, towards my bachelor's degree in sports management, I'm not really accomplishing anything in life. I don't have a meaningful relationship. I have some pretty good friendships, but other than that, like, I'm kind of pushing family away. I'm hardly seeing family. And when I do, I'm kind of distant and like, I don't truly appreciate them. And man, I drink way too much, 3-4 days a week, just getting legitimately plastered. And like, I'm high damn near every day. What am I doing? And what am I trying to cover up here? And, long story short, I was covering up the fact that I was a lazy fuck and I didn't want to get off my ass and put in a little bit of actual hard work. Yeah, I was working out, but like, that was it. I was working out, sometimes showing up for classes, doing enough effort to get decent grades. And to some people, that's like, oh, well, that's better than a lot of people would ever have ever done. Well, maybe not. I don't know, man. But you got to be selfish about your time and how you use it. Playing video games, even like 4+ hours a day. If you're doing it every single day, that's 28 hours a week. That is over 100 hours a month. And that's like well over 1,000 hours a year. If you're trying to become a content creator and, through video games, like recording video game content, whatever, that's one thing. But if you're just playing, if you're just consuming, that's not a recipe for success in the slightest. And that goes for anything and everything. And now obviously comes to a point where people argue, well, you got to have hobbies, you got to have this or that. Yeah, sure. But is it a hobby or is it consuming damn near every moment of your life? Is it consuming your thoughts? Is it consuming energy, even when you're not doing it? Are you trying to reorder your life, your schedule, to make time for this, or to get home, or to be in a place where you can go out and do this for as long as possible, as often as possible? Or is it like, oh, hey, I got some free time today. Okay, I'm going to hop on the game for 2, 3, 4 hours and just, unwind and de-stress. You got to be honest with yourself in that regard. But, I'm 24 years old. It's 2025. I don't turn 25 till towards the end of the year, in the latter half of the year. But I mean, based on current life expectancy, granted, I truly hope I exceed it, but based on general life expectancy in the US for males, my life is a third over. A third of this life for me has come and gone. And, I'm not too scared by that thought, because when I look back on it, I've only truly been holding myself accountable and truly been getting after it daily for a little over half a year. So now that I know that, now that I understand what can happen when you're truly dedicated and truly just get up every day and don't act like you have tomorrow, like you act like today is the day, and after today, nothing is guaranteed. You may or may not get it. And you're putting in work with that mindset, with that in the back of your head, like tomorrow's not guaranteed. You can get a lot done in a short period of time. You just have to want to. And at the end of the day, you just have to be selfish about your time. You have to be able to tell people no. You have to start saying, hey, I'm sorry, and you don't even have to say sorry. Oh, you're not coming to the bar? Nah, sorry. Oh, you're seriously not going to come to the bar? You're seriously not coming out? It's New Year's. It's New Year's Eve. Like, New Year, you got to celebrate. You got to get fucked up. No, I'm good. I'm gonna go to bed early and wake up early and do my shit. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna get my workout in. I'm gonna eat healthy. I'm gonna eat clean. It gets to a certain point where it's not even hard to be selfish with your time, and you're just used to it. And it's like, that there are certain things out there that they're just not gonna benefit you. And you can view that how you may. You can disagree with me if you want, but there's certain things out there that a lot of people engage in, and it's very normal, it's very socially accepted to do a lot of these things, but it's for a reason. It's because we live in a world filled with comfort and easiness, and people believe that if things aren't comfortable, if you're not able to sit on your ass after work, people just think that life is meant to be easy, and it's really not. It's really not. yes, it's great to know that the bills are going to be paid. Obviously, that's the goal, right? But just because you know the bills are going to be paid, and you know that food is going to be on the table, and you know that you have a roof over your head, you know you have all these things, you know you have all these safeties, you know you have all of these privileges that we take as like our rights, things that are just owed to us because life has become that easy for human beings. We think that once the bare minimum is fulfilled, we can just get lazy and slack off and do whatever the fuck. And you can, that's cool, man, but I don't know. It's not for me, and I hope it's not for you, because the more you realize that we're meant to push ourselves in this life, and we're meant to fill our time up with positive things that make us happy, things that fill our cups up, not things that make other people happy, not things that keep friends satisfied, that keep them on your good side. You know, a lot of people, I should say, not everybody, but a lot of people won't be happy for you when you start to do better for yourself and go out and achieve things. It's just true. And that's another reason why we limit ourselves and we hold ourselves back and we say, oh, well, you know, I don't need to go above and beyond because I got what I need. What I need is covered. And so there's no reason to go above and beyond. There's no reason to be exceptional. There's no reason to chase after my crazy goals and dreams, because everybody has crazy goals and dreams. If you claim that you don't have crazy goals and dreams, you're lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself, and you are inadvertently, or maybe advertently, who knows, making yourself miserable more and more day by day. The more you ignore the fact that there's something deep down eating away at you because you're ignoring it and you're not putting effort towards it, even 30 minutes to an hour a day, or even less, even if you only have 10, 15 minutes to put towards something, towards that thing that, you know, you can never truly stop thinking about. And maybe that's why you're going out and drinking so much. Maybe that's why you're smoking so much weed. Maybe that's why you got so addicted to nicotine. Brother, I understand, because I used to do all of these things. That might be the reason why you're doing all these destructive things. Or maybe it's even worse than that. Maybe you're into some harder stuff. Maybe you're addicted to porn.Maybe you're addicted to sex. Maybe whatever it is, like, that could be the reason why you're so addicted to these things, because you're trying to suppress this inner calling from deep in your heart, from deep in your soul, from deep in your spirit, that's saying, dude, this right here, you love this, you know you do, you know you want to pursue it, why aren't you doing it? And you're trying to make that voice go away, because you know if you actually listen to that voice, and if you actually hear that voice out, that the resulting thing is going to be years and years of hard work and moments, many moments, countless moments where you're going to be wondering, like, what the hell am I even doing? Is this worth it? Am I doing the right thing? Like, maybe this isn't for me. You're going to go through that. You are, I promise you. I go through it a lot. And so does everybody else on the path to chasing the things that they truly desire, on the path to success. Even people that are wildly successful right now, you know, they are taking bigger leaps and bounds than we could ever imagine, because they've already done the groundwork. They've already laid the foundation, and they're building the skyscraper now. But they still go through these moments like, oh man, I don't know. And they're making high stakes decisions, right? Like, man, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is the right way to go, but if I'm wrong, like, I lose hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of dollars. Like, that's just life. Life is hard. Life isn't supposed to be easy. If you want an easy life, you're going to have a miserable life. Point blank, period. Limiting yourself and never discovering what your true potential is, never even attempting to reach for it, never even attempting to go and grab it. That's how you end up being miserable. That's how you get to be 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. Or maybe, hopefully, God bless, even older. But that's how we end up on our deathbeds saying, man, I can't believe I didn't go after this. I can't believe I didn't go after that. I can't believe I never gave myself a chance. I can't believe I didn't believe in myself. Because that's the thing too. Yeah, maybe your mom and dad, grandparents, you know, maybe they're gonna give you a little, oh yeah, you can do it, honey, I believe in you. And hopefully they do, because, you know, if they don't, then sorry, but your family kind of sucks. Again, just being brutally honest, if your family can't even support you, then some people might say, oh well, that's what happens when you have crazy dreams and beliefs. No, that's what happens when you have shitty people around you. They talk down on you and they try and trash you. And a big part of that too, people talking down on your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, family or not, is because they're intimidated by that. They feel threatened by that because you are offering a perspective where it's like, you're going to go and do that while they're just sitting there mindlessly working their lives away at their little 9-to-5 for the huge corporation that doesn't give a fuck about them. But they've convinced themselves that that's okay because they're going to get, $1 raise every year or so. And they got this nice 401k matching plan. Shut the fuck up. The more and more I talk about the typical corporate ladder 9-to-5 for 40 years, the more and more it just like aggravates me and pisses me off because we've been coerced honestly into thinking that is the way to happiness. No, man. Now, if you go out and start your own business and you make that thing successful, or if you go out and you find a small business or a startup and you're working for it, or a family business or whatever, that's where you might find a lot of joy and fulfillment. But just, yeah, I digress, man. Oh, can't go that way either. Trying to avoid a car accident right now. Seems like a really bad one because there's fire trucks, police cars, ambulances all over the place. Thoughts and prayers with everyone involved, and I hope the first responders are able to do their job safely and effectively. But man, I don't have the answer for you specifically what's going to bring you joy and fulfillment in life, but I know that deep down, somewhere in there, it might be buried deep as hell. It might be buried deep as fuck. It was buried deep as fuck in me for a long time because, just being brutally honest, I was a lazy motherfucker. And, I had a victim mentality, a victim mindset. I was, all these people did me wrong. Oh, why couldn't I be born into a ridiculously rich family? And then, you come to the realization where it's like, holy fuck. In my situation, like, wow, I was actually born into one of the wealthiest families you could ever ask for, as far as love and watching out for each other. And, nobody's ever going to let another person fall down and stay down. Nobody's ever going to let another person from outside the family or even inside the family trash on somebody, and then you realize you have ego deaths and you're like, holy fuck, I was an ungrateful piece of shit. And then one day, there's just, at least again for me, there's just a huge awakening within you and like, wow, I need to get my shit straight. I need to get my shit figured out. There are countless generations that have come before me, and like looking back, my great grandma just passed away not too long ago. Her funeral was a few days ago. She lived to be 95 years old, but she was born in 1929. And, just hearing some stories about her early life and just throughout her ages. And like, she lived through the Great Depression. She lived through World War II. She lived through the Korean War, Vietnam War, Cold War, all that shit. There was no internet back then. And then, my grandparents, my parents, and it's like, man, they endured much, much tougher times. And we live in a day and age where opportunity is everywhere. Opportunity is literally begging. Opportunity is knocking, banging, pounding on your doorstep. Like, please let me in. I'm right here. Why won't you? Oh God. Throat's a little dry. Why won't you pay attention to me? And we're all just lazy fucks. At the end of the day, we're all just a bunch of lazy fucks. Ungrateful, lazy fucks. And I'm talking about myself too. There's people that came before you, regardless of what they've done to you. Maybe they've mistreated you. Maybe they've done you wrong. Maybe they've done unspeakable things. But more than likely, they probably did everything they could in their power to give you the best life possible and set you up for success. And now we're here. Now it's our turn. If you're around my age, I'm 24. If you're somewhere around this age, even in your teens, 20s, 30s, even 40s, it's our fucking time. We need to fucking put in the work. We need to get off our asses and quit crying about how hard we had it and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Bro, you did not live through the Great Depression. You did not live during World War II. You do not understand how cushy and easy and safe we are nowadays and how much potential there is out there. Just get the fuck up and make 2025 your goddamn bitch.